wanna know and shed some light on some things we need to do and the situation we're in.
Is James retiring? I know February was his retirement. Is he gonna retire? Do you know?
Depends on what day you ask. Last year it was December, this year it's December.
Or February, or
Yeah,
March.
it's December currently.
This December?
Yeah,
23?
kinda like tomorrow, it never comes.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. That's the last I heard was December. We're working in the garage, cleaning it up, still working on that. We did have to do a repair at well 3 below Banner Hill. The three places that are on the pipe where the chemicals go in, or the additives go in, well, one of them had a leak, so we had to get out here and redo from the meter back down to where the water goes back into the ground. So that was done last week. I went in the other day and there was water everywhere, and it was spraying just a little bit, which it quit spraying. But we got Sam out here. I'd already talked to Sam about that situation, because it's been leaking since I started. And then I found out it's been leaking for a year, so, we got that fixed now. Any questions?
Someone listed a Mountain Dew bottle left part below the heart.
Good?
Good, looks like we got all the Christmas lights down successfully.
Yes. Yep, we got all them down Monday. Every time we planned to do it, it was either raining or extra cold, but
Okay.
we got them down
Where are you gonna store those now?
well, we still don't have the containers to put all the pole lights in, but we'll get some containers and probably, I don't know if we'll put them here or thinking about, since we're getting ready to move that trailer, I'm trying not to put anything in that trailer.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but we'll put them somewhere where we know where they are, we'll label them.
Okay.
Well, we got, we'll just put them in plastic tubs and hang them.
Yeah, they're in trash bags right now, rolled up, each strand, but,
I'm more worried about the high dog ones. I mean, don't want those to get messed up.
Yeah, they're on the trailer, we're gonna get a tarp over them tomorrow and wrap them up instead of putting them back in the other trailer, so. But we'll keep them locked up too.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Anybody have questions for Gary? Yeah, make sure you move him to the top of the list for the next one. I have those any other evening. Okay, so we now, council comments. Mayor Pro Tem, anything views?
I think we covered it all.
Ms. Gale? Ms. Christian?
Oh, yeah. I need a report from the town attorney on the tax basis thing, what we were doing on the taxes.
Okay. I have drafted an agreement that Kenny had asked me to do, with all, there's a bunch of whereases in it, but which recites how much they owe and what has accrued in attorney's fees. But the bottom line is, it says the owner shall immediately pay the sum off blank to the town. In other words, their upfront payment, and shall thereafter pay the sum of at least blank per month. We'll fill that in until the total amount's paid in full. It's understood that interest at the legal rate will continue to accrue on the unpaid balance, and payment shall be on, we'll fill in the day of the month and the day it begins. If payment shall be more than 10 days late, the town at its discretion may proceed to foreclose without further notice. So we're agreeing to that now. Having said that, I think I've got to get Mr. Carver in to sign his. I think that one's not a problem. The Polaris folks, their bill is over $7,000. They have offered to pay it off within 11 months. I want to know if I felt like that was big enough that I needed to run it by y'all. See if that's okay to do it that way. If they don't make the payment when they're supposed to, we'll divide it by 11. And if they don't make the payments when they're supposed to, I can go on and foreclose.
I may be wrong in this, I think we've had the same situation with him before. And, he didn't honor the thing, he didn't make the payments, and it never, things never proceeded further than that, so. We've had the same, as far as I know, from what I can remember, we've had the same situation with him in the past, and he did not honor his deal with the town.
She's saying it's a repeat offender.
Twice. Yeah.
That property, it may have changed hands, but it may be the same people. One of those deals where it's called that, it may be the same. I don't know that, but it may be the same people.
Taxes on the same property.
Same property.
No matter who they're saying is the
Yes,
owner at the time.
yes, same property, maybe different owner.
And I know this board, and I've been made fun of for saying it before. Everybody's gonna be treated alike. There's no big eyes and little U's. What we do for one, we're gonna do for the other. If we make this deal and Mr. Carter's willing to put down a sizable down payment and pay by the month, then that's what this gentleman should do. He should make a sizable down payment to show his good faith, and then pay by the month. 10 days after that time, no questions asked. The 11th day, I expect
Drop the hand.
you get paid well for doing your stuff. The 11th day, taking your call.
Okay. Would 1,500, 2,000 be okay to ask up front and then pay the rest?
Work with, I don't know the amount that they owe,
So it's over 7.
Yeah, he's, do you remember how much it is?
And if they're not
It's
willing
getting
to
close
do
to
that
10.
in a time.
It's getting close to 10, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Next month meeting,
So we're talking almost 10,000, it's like 98, almost 99.
79, 90.
Yeah, but it keeps going up.
Keeps going.
Yeah.
With interest, of course it will, that big a bill.
So, I mean, 10% down, 15% down, 20% down.
Yeah, I just want some authority and this is, if you wanna make payments, this is the deal, take it or leave it, is kind of the way I put it.
that's my opinion, is take the
That's what we
thing,
want her.
sizable down payment to show a commitment, they're gonna do this thing, and then stay with it, and then if their time runs out in the middle of the month,
Or breakless ones.
you don't need to come back before the board to ask.
That's why I put it kind of this way is, we can go right then. There's no, I don't have to get permission.
If you
I was gonna say, Carver's was 26
you have to pay off the mortgage.
before, anyway in December. And he's all, I think he ought to pay 500 up front. So, that being said, 20%. Does that make sense?
Whatever the-
25%.
Whatever it works out to be the down payment, as long as it's the same between both of them, so we're not showing favoritism. One guy that owes very little, somebody that owes a lot, so we all pay them.
Gerald, I have a question.
Yes.
If the town foreclosed on someone and they had a mortgage, don't the mortgage have to be paid off before the town could take ownership of it?
No,
You don't have to on the town?
no, it's a, town has a super lien
Well, that's
for
great.
taxes. It hops ahead of the
That's
mortgage.
great, okay. How
Yeah.
about IRS?
I think we hop in front of the IRS.
Well, that'd be good,
Yeah, it's a super lien.
because you certainly don't want to have to pay off somebody's mortgage to try to get it.
Yeah.
So I think this guy's been a repeat offender, and I think he's not a very polite person. He doesn't treat people politely when he comes to town. I suggest
He's even gone toe to toe with utilities about the water leak over there, so we've had some issues with him on a number of fronts.
Well, that's his responsibility if it's on.
And how long, you started sending him letters at Christmas time, right?
Yeah, he actually responded probably right after our last meeting with this, but it was more than I wanted to just go on my own and do. So he's a little more, and it's the lawyer, not him, but there's a lawyer in Miami that's talking to me, and back in early January, I think he got back with me, but it was after our meeting, so I just wanted to get your all's input and authority before we can.
This is just my opinion. When you got the figures, let's say we put 20% down, everything in good faith, except the rest of the payments. If he's 10 days late, foreclose on him. Simple as that.
That's a good policy, 20% up front.
Okay, I disagree, I think it needs to be 33% and give them 90 days to pay it off.
Been there a long time.
It's been there.
Well, it's not just him, you know, there are other people who, a lot of people voluntarily come in and pay monthly when they come in and pay their water bill. And so that, we don't really talk about them too much, but we've got a couple of large, you know, tax debts. One of them is just gonna have trouble paying. We could do a third, but is the goal getting paid up, or then you wanna think about something a little bit less, a quarter or a fifth of it, which is the 20 or 25%.
Well, we're
And
talking about. people
finite
that
period to
come
pay
here
it.
every month, and when they pay their water bill and pay $25 or $50, those people are acting in good faith. What
Yes.
we're talking about are people that are not acting in good faith, and we've been burned by the same people.
Yeah, but we're also talking about the other gentleman.
Yeah.
I don't have any sympathy, my $300 tax bill cost me $1,500, so I think that they need to pay up, is what I think.
Are we really gonna do this again?
So I think 33, for the big offenders, 33% up front in 90 days. The last I saw, the bank would show up within, I mean, how many days after you don't make your mortgage, they show up, start paperwork? Gerald?
It depends on, some of them go 60-ish, I'd say.
Okay.
But, yeah, you got a couple of months, and then they're gonna do something.
And I appreciate what the Mayor Pro Tem is saying, however, this gentleman has not played nice with the town.
Well, that's one guy, but unfortunately, you either have to take an individual action, or if you're gonna take a blanket action and treat everybody fairly, you know, that's the
We can't-
decision.
Just because you can't say, we don't like this person,
Right.
we can't do that. You know, that's gonna come back on us.
Gerald, is that true? We can't do that?
You can, but whether you can and should is two different things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as long as you don't, I think, choose to do it because of race, color, religion, and that kind of thing.
Yep.
You make a decision about who you wanna go after and who you don't.
Well, I think, my point here is you have one person who's come to the town and said, I owe $2,600, I can give you $500, and I'd like to make these payments, and that's very polite and whatever else. You got another person who I have heard nothing but negative information about this gentleman. This is the second time his bill's gotten really high. I think his response initially back to our town attorney was I thought we were just gonna waive that, or whatever that farcical statement was to begin with, Gerald. And now he's up to $10,000, which is not, you know, and stretching out over 11 months, you know, and giving public utilities a hard time, 33% pay off in 90 days, or, you know, feel the wrath of whatever Gerald can do.
I will tell you, another factor to look at is from start to finish getting a tax foreclosure done, especially and they're threatening, and I don't know if they're just full of it or not, that they'll pull in other people and go all this litigation. It could be months. So you might be waiting months to get it, and get the same amount of money you may take for the time the case is over. You might have got paid doing a payment schedule. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, not really.
Let's just get what we can get now, and the first 30 days from now, we don't pay 10 days
Yeah,
later,
if
we just
he
go get it.
screws up, I don't know if that's a problem.
All it's costing us, it's gonna be added to his tax bill anyway, what we're paying.
Oh, yeah, I'll get I'll get that back. It's not, I didn't throw out, it's just the amount of time you gotta wait. It's probably gonna be about, at the end of the day, if they fight it, be about the same amount of time as you can work out a payment plan.
Offer him the payment plan, is what I say, if he don't wanna go for it, then.
The question is, what's the upfront, what do y'all authorize me to want upfront, and how long to pay it?
So you're gonna treat this guy one way because he's not cooperative. The other guy, you're gonna allow him
No, the
to
other
make an
guys,
offer.
I mean,
No, I mean,
Because of
that's,
history, I think.
that's legitimate. This other guy's coming in saying, I wanna solve this, can we do it this way? The other guy, the $10,000 guy, he's not doing anything, he just shot at his phone.
and that's what, you know, it's been my experience you know, back in my loan sharking days, that if I wanted my money back, I had to say, this is the way it's gonna work and get it turned. And I think that this guy is playing games with us, and as our attorneys point out, he's just trying to drag it out. And I think that if you send him hard numbers, 33% now, which whatever that number is, by this date, the next 33% within 30 days, 45 days, and another 33% in 45 days, 90-day period. I mean, the bank would not allow me to stay in my house for 90 days if I wasn't paying my mortgage. I know that for a fact. So what are we bigger about, the amount?
I think the upfront percentage and the time period.
Okay,
I give,
y'all heard what I've said, 33% 90 days. Plain Jane. Ms. Gail, what do you think?
I think that's fair.
Ms. Christie?
What did you say the first in your scale?
Mr. Carter, I think would be 20% and probably 4 months, I'm thinking is what it would retire it close to that 4 or 5 months.
And he's come to us,
He's
had
coming
Andy
to
ready
us.
for him.
Yeah,
He's coming to us willingly.
He's coming to us. This is the best, he's saying, not you, I don't know it, what are you doing, yada, yada, yada.
He's not lawyered up.
This is all I can do, guys, best I can do.
He's not
That's
lawyered
what I
up.
got, it's best I can do. Yeah, I get it.
I say, go ahead with Mr. Stanley, let him make the same thing, what he's offering to do, because he's here willingly to do it. And then I will agree with the mayor here that put the rest of it down, let him pay 30%, let him pay a third of it now,
Okay.
and every 30 days, make another 30% payment till he's got it paid off. So that'd be 90 days or 50.
Do I have a motion to put those two, agreements in the plan?
Make a motion.
I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Cool.
Anything else, Carol?
That's it.
So you're gonna send that letter?
I will.
Okay.
He's got the contract now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything else?
Actually, one more thing from my time. Republic contract expires at the end of the fiscal year.
Let it expire.
Okay, so I just want you to think about what we want to do. I'm just putting it out there. They're gonna come by next week, I think.
I'd love to meet. Can I be in that meeting?
Yep, I'll send you the invite.
What are they coming by for?
It's budget time, so a lot of these people are coming by and talking about their new pricing, and, they wanna show us a new contract, and, so I know you guys had a lot of heartburn about this exclusive contract. Nobody else can do work within the town. So this is the opportunity, if you wanna keep them, to at least get that clause out. If you don't want them, you just want anybody to do it. We've got a licensing feature for businesses, so they just come here and get licensed and do the
What
work.
was the point of having a contract with somebody to pick up trash?
Well,
What was the benefit to the town?
I'm guessing, because it's a 3-year contract, so I'm guessing that the board was probably told that this would give the citizens, the residents, a chance at a lower price point to get trash pickup. So they offer trash pickup and the can, no charge, but they offer trash pickup for a fee to every resident in the town and every business in the town. That there hasn't been, as far as I can tell, there's only been 3 residents that took advantage of it.
It should be illegal. Shame on our attorney for allowing it to happen. So, I'd love to be in that meeting.
Okay.
And then let's bring it to the board, and I think we should move away from it.
So only 3 people, residents,
That's what they told me. I don't know the 3 residents.
only 3 residents get their garbage picked up?
Yeah, the
And
rest of
they
them
pay for
go.
And they pay for it, Ms. Francis.
Well, I know it's added on the water
It's
bill,
like $11.
but I just
No,
think
no,
more
no,
people
no,
than that.
it's not.
They pay
No,
for it.
you pay them directly.
Oh, you paid it directly, I thought the town billed
Ms.
it.
Francis, you're being told by the town you can only use Republic to pick up your trash. Are you okay with that? Cause I know.
I take mine to the dump.
Well, I know you do, but are you okay with, never mind.
No, no,
Yeah, okay, thank
No.
you, yeah. That's my point. You cannot tell me who I have to use.
no, I agree.
Yeah. Take you to break.
I made my brother, that's who.
We're good. Okay, so do I have a motion? Yes, sir.
I make the motion.
And I
Yes,
take.
I have a motion to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
I think
All those in
the guys
favor
up
say
there,
aye.
I voted for me.
covered.
Even when you want to pick up the garbage, I always have to, I need to pick it up.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I
No,
can-
you want to pick it up, okay.
Hey,
But if you,
Do you think around the business,
I think that's good.